Hello. I hope some of you guys are able to hop on here. I'm just going to get myself completely situated really quick while I wait for some people to hop on. If you hop on here, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Or leave a comment. Okay. This is good. Is it good? Okay, someone is on. I can't see who that is, but there's some people hopping on. Hi, guys. Rachel, I see, is on. Cheryl, cool. Okay, awesome. Michelle is on. Hi, guys. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Hannah, and I'm part of Jennifer's Oily family. And she asked me to hop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about one of my favorite oils. And just in case you're wondering, I'm in the car because I have, hi Sherry, I have 5 children and they're pretty noisy sometimes. And so I was like, you know what? I want to give you guys all my attention and not get distracted. So I came out into my car and I live in Michigan and it's really cold. So I'm very winter ready. Okay. So like I said, I'm part of Jennifer's Oily family, and I'm going to share with you guys a little bit today about one of my favorite oils, which is Copaiba. Oh, it's got backwards, but it's Copaiba. How many of you guys have used Copaiba before? If you have, drop a 1 in the comments. Just want to see if you're familiar with it at all. And while I wait for some of those to pop up, I'll tell you a little bit more about Copaiba. So Copaiba comes from the resin of the Copaiba tree, which can be found in South America. It can be more than 100 feet tall, which is kind of cool when you think about trees and how tall they get. But it can be more than 100 feet tall, and it's in the tropical areas of South America. Okay. Our blend of Copaiba, or our Copaiba oil, is very unique because it's a mix of 3, oh, Michelle's just Copaiba, awesome. You have, but you have not used it. Well, Sherry, you're going to want to use it. Trust me on this one, okay? So it's a mix of 4 different species of Copaiba, so we can get all of the beneficial components out of it. So it's a mix of, I have to read it because I don't remember these off the top of my head, guys. Copaifera officinalis, Copaifera langsdorfii, Copaifera reticulata, and Copaifera cariacea. And the reason why it's all 4 of those different species is because it's going to allow us to have all of the health benefits that each of those type add. And they're all Copaiba trees. It's just that they have different, medicinal qualities. So that is a huge blessing because, if we were just getting the one, then we would miss out on some of the other benefits. One of the main constituents in Copaiba is the beta-caryophyllene. Now, if you're familiar at all with Copaiba, then I'm sure you've heard that before, beta-caryophyllene. And if you're not familiar with it, then let me just tell you a little bit about what that is and why that's super exciting, okay? So, in our bodies, we have our endocannabinoid system. Now, our endocannabinoid system has 2 main receptors, and they're often called the CB1 receptor and the CB2 receptor, right? So the CB1 receptor covers our brain and our central nervous system. The CB2 receptor covers our endocrine system and our immune system, right? And so the CB1 receptor is responsible for if we feel any high feelings or sensations, any psychoactive feelings or sensations, and the CB2 receptors are where healing takes place in our bodies. So when we're using products that are going to interact with those receptors, you want them to interact with that CB2 receptor so you can get that healing. Hey Jennifer, Susan says, it helped your daughter. Wow, that's an amazing testimony, Susan. Susan said that she used Copaiba to help control the pain for her daughter when as she was going through stage 4 cancer. So that is an amazing testimonial right there. Okay, so the 3 main cannabinoids that are found outside of our body are CBD, which a lot of people are familiar with CBD oil, THC, which if you're familiar with marijuana at all, then you know THC is the psychoactive property of marijuana, and then BCP, which is the beta-caryophyllene. So CBD and THC interact with that CB1 receptor, like I was saying, so it can create that high feeling. Now, CBD oil doesn't necessarily create that feeling, but it still messes with that CB1 receptor, and it also doesn't directly interact with the CB2 receptor, which is what we want to get the healing that we want. So while there is the possibility of receiving healing from CBD oil, and I'm not speaking against CBD oil, I'm just speaking to the benefits of having this other oil in our pockets also. So CBD does not directly act on our CB2 receptor, and also THC obviously has a lot of psychoactive effects, and you don't want to deal with that, right? So the beta-caryophyllene, which is the BCP, it does not interact at all with our CB1 receptors, so we don't have any of those psychoactive effects that you might experience from other things. It has the same benefits as using other cannabinoids, and it directly acts with our CB2 receptor, so it's directly affecting that change that we want to see. And this is why this is such a huge game changer for us, because we have this ability to get such deep healing using this oil. And so that leads us into the ways you can use this oil, right? So Copaiba, like other essential oils, can be